Luxury Lounge. That's right. Every Thursday we head in the lounge, we shut the door, and we air our grievances with the world. And there's no grievance that's too big or too small or too frivolous. It is your problem, and it shall be heard. Now, if you're listening to this right now, I'm going to be in Stamford, Connecticut this weekend. Come on out to the shows. I'm also coming to Charlotte and Raleigh and Lexington, Kentucky. But also, I've added some theaters. That's right. We're going to the next level of show. It's going to be a theater show. Atlanta, Huntington, Long Island, Boston, Seattle, Baltimore, D.C., all huge major towns that you're sitting in right now, and I would love to have you come to the show. Come on out, jaredfreed.com for tickets. Assemble the group chat. This is a I'm sitting here, my guest today in the Luxury Lounge, an OKP of the show. He can speak to the theater experience. Mm-hmm. He knows theaters well. This is a theater act, a major ticket seller on the road. The master of TikTok, Nimesh Patel. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you for having me.
Returning to the lounge. These theaters, what's the biggest difference in the theater? What do you...
Just got to go a lot slower. It's so much... The
advice is less energy?
Yeah, no, not energy.
Slower.
Just pace.
Pace it out.
Because... Like, the laughs take forever, like in a good way.
Right.
They cascade upon you.
Right. They bathe me, laugh on my face.
Shit. You got to fucking sit and like, oh, yeah, because sometimes you're, like, so frantic about it.
Right.
I can't believe this. I got to give them all this energy, but there's value in, like, taking a beat. And like, you know what?
That's the thing.
I can make a 40-minute show, like, 50, 60 minutes just because you can pace yourself a little more.
Maybe I need that in my life, a little pacing.
I think so.
Right?
When you're at a club, it feels like you're under attack sometimes.
Right. It feels like you have the lion on the leash and it's about to rip off of it.
You never know when a drink is going to drop or someone's going to fucking heckle some shit.
Scream out.
Yeah.
And what? This costs what? Yeah. A drink costs $17.50?
And you're like, what? 2 drink minimum. I want 4.
I had a woman in Nashville. She yelled out something. It was so funny. She was like a grandma, and I was talking to her before, and I'm in the middle of the bit, and she goes, "We love you," and I go, "Thank you." Like I had to like.
Those are the worst heckles because it's like, "All right, lady, thank you for your appreciation."
Right, I love you too. Just not right now.
Yeah, thanks for stepping on that punchline that was coming right there. You have amazing comedic timing at the worst times.
Now,
and at theater, it's like. Because all the lights are off, there's no one moving around, like bothering them.
They get the drinks in the other room, so it's a little bit of a different vibe.
And they're subconsciously like, we got to pay so much attention because it's focused on you.
Everything is straight up front. There's no chair that's faced towards a dinner table.
Exactly. No one's talking. No one's watching you like this.
Over their shoulder.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm doing this. I'm excited to
Which
do
theaters?
It. Somewhere, Huntington, the Long Island one is interesting to me because like
the
Paramount Theater, and that's like one that I'm like, let's see what happens here. I don't know. I don't know if my reach.
You can put the theater in Long Island, but you can't take the Long Island out of Long Island. Those people might be fucking out of their minds.
I know. And a lot of the stuff I'm talking about is like family stuff. So like I'm excited to like go to a place like that where someone could come with their family.
Yeah.
But then you get in your head, you're like, oh, they're gonna be screaming out, "That's my mom," whatever. But I don't know. There's exciting things going on. So I'm pumped to do the lounge. If you got a complaint, send it in to JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. Title it Luxury Lounge. Let us know what you're talking about. Nimesh, what is going on with you? Everyone go follow Nimesh at Finding Nimesh. You're on the road. You're all over this great country. There's specials. The special about the ball cancer is out there. We already talked about it. It's great. I loved it.
I'm doing a theater tour, fastandloosetour.com. Okay. I'm going everywhere. London, Cleveland, Lexington, Dayton, Tampa.
Fastandloose.com.
Fastandloosetour.com.
Fastandloosetour.com.
All theaters.
Nice
and easy, baby.
THEATRE.
Yes, the
That's You're going to London. I loved London.
London is the fucking best. If I could leave New York, I'd move to London.
Why?
It's New York, but London. It's the same.
New York, but refined.
Yeah,
it is one of those things that
people rob you with hammers instead of knives.
They're nice. Better than us. There is, and I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm as American as it comes. I'm as piece of shit Northeastern
as New York as it gets.
I am that guy. But just the fact that all the toilets have a little brush next to them, that alone The fact that they can handle that. Like, I don't think we'd be able to handle the brush next to the toilet.
It's just like the architecture's cooler in a lot of places.
Right.
The streets are cleaner.
I know. And the food is just doesn't make you feel like you need to take a nap. And I don't know what about it is that you... and that's the thing. When you go to Europe and you can't avoid coming back from Europe going, oh, I ate like crazy and I didn't gain a pound.
Nope.
And you go, what is happening here?
It's all, they're trying to get you fat here for
right.
sure. They're just keeping all that shit.
And I think it's the portions. Again, this is like, the problem in the relationships is communication. Like, we all know it's the portion. Yeah. I noticed it the minute I got back here because I went from Barcelona to Chicago and I got an egg white omelet. It took fucking 3 years.
Yeah.
I got an egg white omelet in Barcelona and then I got an egg white omelet in Chicago. They were two different plates. Like, it was like craziness.
Egg white omelet in Barcelona is like egg white omelet. Egg white omelet in Chicago is like the entire chicken.
Right, the whole family.
Yeah,
they just did a party of 6 on my plate.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like, and I'm like, my brain is finish the plate. Like, we're brought up, finish your food, finish your dinner. And there I was like finishing my plate, but it was like a normal amount.
That's what it is. That's how they stay so thin and agile.
You even can tell when you get in the showers there. Like, you get in the shower, you're like, I don't fit in the shower.
That might be a you problem.
Yeah, it might be. I mean, I got too wide of shoulders for Europe.
Stop saying that these tiny little ins.
So listen, everyone's got to go follow Nimesh at Finding Nimesh, fastandloosetour.com.
Please
for
come
all
see
the
me.
tickies. Go to Nimesh's show. You'll have a blast. The other thing is
your fans have come out from this podcast, so thank you to Jared's fans who found you on JTrain. Fucking love you.
Well, that makes me so happy when I see a picture. Oh, and then I get tagged and someone else. Like, I don't know if people understand like the happiness we have for other comics that we like. I'm angered to my core about a comic I don't like. But I'm happy to my core.
That fucking heck.
Right.
Yeah.
When I hear someone I like, oh, they came from this show, I would go, ooh,
nice.
Feathered my nuts from afar.
2 or 3 tickets. I owe you 10% of $20.
10%. I'll take it. Now listen, let's get to the complaints. We're here in the lounge. Keep sending them in. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. Before we get to our first complaint, we're sponsored. This summer, it's time to hit the beach, but also time to hit those financial goals. Man, what a change in energy. Hit the beach, but also your 401k. With Chime Secured Credit Builder Visa Credit Card, meeting those goals are easy. It's easy. There are no annual fees, interest, or credit check to apply, and you can use it anywhere Visa credit cards are accepted. If you're ready to really level up, get yourself a Chime checking account. You can get paid up to 2 days earlier, and if you overdraft, don't stress. Sign up for Spot Me, and Chime will let you overdraft up to $200 without annoying fees. You can even pay your friends through Chime no matter what bank account they use and cash out your money fee-free. Start building your credit up. Open a Chime checking account with at least $200 qualifying direct deposit to get started. Get started at chime.com/JTrain. That's chime.com/JTrain. The Chime Credit Builder Visa Credit Card is issued by Stride Bank, NA members FDIC. Chime checking account and $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply. On-time payment history may have a positive effect on your credit score. Late payment may negatively impact your credit score. Results may vary. So are you ready, Nimesh?
Oh, I'm ready.
I'll do mine first. Hit the music, Shelby. Jared, he has some problems. Jared, you've heard the music.
I've heard it, but it makes me laugh every time.
What'd you do in the gym today?
I'm trying to dunk, so leg stuff.
Yeah. Why is that a goal?
It's a stupid goal.
That's
but
an old man trying to stay young goal.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just I've always wanted to dunk.
How close are you?
So far.
You can't. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a crazy goal. I'm like, I just want to fit in a t-shirt.
No. I just want to dunk a basketball. So my trainer has me doing like all these jump things. All these.
The trainer's involved in this? They're like, I got you on a dunk program?
Yeah.
That's the craziest
thing
I've
it's
ever
just
heard.
like, it's all just jumping mechanics.
Sure, but like, this is what they do for AAU.
Yeah, I'm 38.
You're a 38-year-old man.
What
the hell's wrong with you? Okay, here's my complaint. I'm going to Nantucket this weekend. I can't wait. I can't stop looking at the weather. It's so annoying. And you look at the weather and it's like 60% chance of rain. And you go, 60% chance of rain is just the summertime staple. That is just what summertime is. Right. You're going to have clouds move in. It's going to get too hot. It's going to be a storm. It's going to go away. You can't avoid it. And I'm going to Nantucket no matter what. What annoys me is I keep looking and I keep seeing that, that weather report. And I keep going, oh, why am I even going? It makes you want to turn around and unpack your bags and never go anywhere and never leave your couch.
Is it going to be shitty?
It looks like it's just going to be a toss-up. It looks like it's going to be like you're going to be lucky. You're going to feel lucky if you get a good day. I
think you enjoy worrying.
Maybe that's it.
You do.
I'm putting myself in a position to worry. Why even look at the weather?
Yeah. Maybe it's just like some people like to be a little anxious all the time.
Right.
I'm not sure if you like it or if you're just conditioned to be that way. I think that's you.
I think it's me. And you know what? I would be annoyed at the person who did this to me. Like, I remember I went on vacation with a girl and she was like, ugh, the weather looks no good. And I was like, why are you even saying this to me? Like,
we're gonna cancel the flight.
Right? We're going away. We're going away. Who cares? Whatever the weather is, we'll deal with. We're just not here. So who cares? We'll get drunk in the room and we'll sit there under the covers and we'll hide from the storm. Who the hell cares? But then when you're single, you become the girlfriend too. Like I'm doing this to myself.
You're checking yourself. I mean, the weather is.
I just wish the weather app just said sunny no matter what the beach is, and like I would just go, because it's not like I'm gonna like go to Apple and be like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like
it should say, let's have a good time.
Right. Yeah. Chill.
Yeah.
You should look up Nantucket and you should go, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. You're going to Nantucket. You're gonna have a good time.
Go hang out at Cisco Brewers and go have a day.
They know how to have a good time regardless. So
right.
Just get drunk.
Right.
Inside or outside. That's the day.
That's the thing.
That's what the app should say.
Right.
You're drinking inside or you're drinking outside?
It's one or the other.
Yeah, have a drink, man. Relax.
Right.
Calm down.
Relax, enjoy, have a fun time. Let's go to Nimesh's complaint. Hit the music.
It's the guest's turn to complain.
I'm thinking.
They're ready to jump in.
Nimesh is ready to jump in. They got lots of problems, too.
They've got lots of problems, too. It ain't all about Jared.
No.
Let's hear their complaint
I'm a gracious host.
of the day. Let's hear their complaint of the day.
They came on the show.
They're invited on the show to have some fun and
did you book a studio for like 30 minutes?
Yeah, I was in there.
Fill the time.
Like the We Are the World.
Complaint.
What's your complaint?
My complaint is I got nothing to complain about, and it bothers me that feel like I'm not grateful for how good life is at the moment.
It is one of those things, and we were talking a little bit about before, that imposter syndrome.
Yes, sir.
Where you're like, it can't all be good. Like, and I think we have it more nowadays because we're so aware of all the horrific stuff in the world. Like, I don't remember my parents waking up and just getting a bunch of news that made them say, well, when's it coming for me?
Yeah, it's like, this thing is imposter syndrome that I'm just coming to learn about. It's like, overall, it's like not thinking you deserve to be where you're at. And so you're always wondering when the other shoe's going to drop.
Right. When is it? And then you don't even get to enjoy it in the full way.
Exactly.
You would like to enjoy it. And then you see other people have success and you never hear from them go,
right.
I don't know why I feel horrible. Yeah. I feel like horrible waiting for this to get taken from me.
Exactly.
And that's all you think about. And you're like, how do people have kids? How do people have their kids that go out at night?
Yeah.
How are everyone else dealing? It's like, maybe I need some hobbies.
Yeah. No, I think it's because I realize it's because I grew up with an Indian mom. And you grew up with a Jewish mom who were probably very similar sensibilities. Right. Where the instant anything is good, and my mom would be like, don't tell anybody. Because it's going to go away. And
right. It's like there's a humbling.
A humbling, but beyond humbling, it's like a fear of losing the thing. And so like whenever like life is like this right now, I'm like, okay, I got stress in the sense I got to market a tour, I got to create new material.
Right.
But
those stresses are so small. Like in our greatest dreams, we met at an open mic.
Yes.
Your second year,
yes.
You've been doing it a year. My first night doing comedy, I met you.
Yes.
And the idea that we'd be sitting here right now complaining about having no complaints.
Yes. It's like, damn.
It's crazy.
But that makes me feel bad.
Right. You feel bad. And then you go, why do I deserve this?
Right.
Why do I deserve to be here? When we also know other people that were at that same open mic.
And they're still at open mic.
And they're not here right now.
Right.
So you go, what made me better than them? I'm not better than them. I'm a fucking loser. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's really, but you're not, though.
No, and again, decisions were made at certain points.
And a lot of luck.
A lot of luck. But, again, it's not luck, too.
I mean, you put yourself in a position to have luck. And that those decisions that led you there are yours and yours alone. And
right. Luck is having your mom that puts that in you.
Yes.
Like when you look back, you have a mom that cared enough to tell you, shut the fuck up.
Yes.
It's going to get worse.
Yep.
Because we're lucky enough to have parents that would do that for us. But then, again, the more you look back, the more you go, it's out of my hands. I had no control. So that means I have no control for the future when things are going to go wrong.
Like, what am I doing now? What the fuck? I got nothing to complain about. Let me go get hit by a car.
Well, we hope that doesn't happen.
Of course. I was going to get hit by a car.
Speaking of being comfortable, uncomfortable underwear is a total nightmare. It's distracting and annoying.
Nice segue.
Especially when you have to pick yet another wedgie. With MeUndies, you're getting an amazing level of comfort and awesome styles, too. With dozens of fun prints from donuts to superheroes and colors ranging from classics to bold and bright, MeUndies will make you look and feel your best. Here's what I'll say about MeUndies. Everyone has a pair of underwear that they are dealing with that they don't like wearing. It's at the end of the rotation. I want you to do yourself a favor. Again, we're talking about letting ourselves enjoy. Go in your drawer, get that back of the rotation underwear, throw it away. Throw it away. You deserve it.
Take one good whiff before, though.
Smell it.
Just
Smell it.
Remember the good times.
Get a little hard, then throw it away. Because now you can get MeUndies, and I'm going to give you some money off. If you want the MeUndies comfort and style all throughout your wardrobe, they have you covered there too. They also have soft shorts, joggers, hoodies, onesies, and even adorable hoodies for dogs. When you're ready to hit the gym, check out their Move Me activewear collection for breathable fabrics that are supportive, moisture wicking, and quick drying. So MeUndies has it all. They are the comfort center, so to speak. They're going to get you all your comfy cozies. The joggers I have, they're awesome. To get 25% off your first order plus free standard shipping, visit MeUndies.com/JTrain. Remember, if you're not satisfied, your purchase is on MeUndies. That's 25% off your first order at MeUndies.com/JTrain, MeUndies.com/JTrain. All right, let's go. Let's go to the complaints. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Luxury Lounge. My parents have ruined my Amazon recommendations. Jared, big fan of everything you do, loyal Patreon subscriber. I've also discovered so many other fantastic comedians, podcasts, and specials through your show, so thank you for the literal endless hours of entertainment. That's right. They found you through this show.
Yes, they did. Thank you very much.
My Luxury Lounge complaint is that my parents have ruined my Amazon recommendations page. My parents refuse to get Amazon Prime, so 1 to 2 times a month they will ask me to order something through my Prime account and have it shipped directly to them. This is not a problem. It takes all of 30 seconds on my end, and I truly don't mind. That is until I started noticing what this arrangement has done to my Amazon recommendations page. My parents are 75 years old, so you can imagine the products they are ordering aren't necessarily aligned with my purchasing preferences. For example, things I've ordered for them recently have included an oral water pick, orthopedics insoles, and no-slip bath mat.
All things you should have, by the way.
Yeah, those aren't as old as they sound.
I got a fucking no-slip bath mat.
Right. Their geriatric dog is even on it, too. My parents' old-ass dog can't stomach regular dog food anymore, so I have to order him kangaroo meat dog food.
What?
Kangaroo meat?
I mean, what the fuck is
Wait, is that allowed? Is that big game hunting?
What a turn.
Yes, this is a real product. So now my Amazon account is just filled with crap that old people and old dogs like. No more cute shoes, fun gadgets, or beauty products. Hope you and your guests get a laugh out of this. Thanks for all you do. Nimesh Patel, what do you think? This is a huge issue.
I mean, first of all, just be glad the FBI is not on your ass for ordering kangaroo meat. That sounds like...
I didn't know this was a thing. Also, you know the thing about kangaroo meat? It would weird me out to smell the dog's breath.
Yeah.
That's what a kangaroo smells
the
like.
The dog starts bouncing a lot.
A little hopping around the house.
Just be glad your parents aren't requesting like sex toys and stuff, because there's a whole dark web of sex toys on Amazon.com.
They don't even know what they can order there, probably.
Yeah. Honey.
Here's the problem with this. Amazon is like another fun app to look at that doesn't bring you down the road of social media.
Yeah.
Like they've lost out on the beauty of randomly walking the aisles of Amazon.
Yeah.
You know, that's the beauty of having these for you options, is that you get to walk aisles that are built especially for you and the things that kind of give you that itch scratch.
That's the thing. Like, it's a great place for people who are addicted to shopping.
Right.
It's a shopaholic's paradise. I'd never look at what Amazon recommends me. I didn't realize that was a huge thing.
I like to look at it just like if I'm ever shopping, I'm like, if I'm like, okay, I need paper towels. And then I go through it and I'm going to go, well, maybe they got something in mind for me.
Maybe
I don't
they
know.
can replace this paper towel with one towel. No, it's, I mean, to this complainer, be glad your parents know what Amazon is, because there's probably a lot of 75-year-olds that take their asses to Walmart every week.
Here's the real complaint. You ready?
Yeah.
You and I, same age, millennials.
Yes, sir.
We are the test generation. No other generation is going to have to deal with this type of stuff.
Yeah.
We are the go-between analog and digital. So now we have to order, like, when we get older, we're going to have our own Amazon account. We're not going to have to go to, our kids. So we always have it less than. Our generation always has,
my kid's going to put my shit up on Threads.
sell it off.
Honey, can you post something on Threads for me? I don't know how to use it.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
We have to do everything. We got to sign you into your accounts. We got to get your Oh, can I use your Netflix? How do I do an Amazon? It's like, get your own, Wrinkles.
It's the problem is the parents, we owe them.
Right, and you're indebted to them.
Yes.
So like, I brought you up. You can't do one Prime order. And it's like, yeah, but I want to have my own.
I don't want to see Depends as a part of my recommendation.
People who've bought this have bought
Centrum Silver.
Right. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Nimesh Patel. Fastandloosetour.com. Get your tickies.
Please.
Luxury Lounge. The iPhone has no volume mute. Jared, an esteemed guest. I listen to JTrain you up every week. Thanks for getting me through many hours of work and errands. I am writing this from my workplace in utter embarrassment. To set the scene, just a moment ago, I, 25 female, was listening to a true crime-ass podcast on my iPhone with AirPods in. One of my coworkers wanted to ask me a question. Pause the podcast. 10 minutes later, I turned back to my phone and pressed play, only for the podcast to blast out the speakers of my phone. And just my luck, this was the worst podcasted moment for this to occur, and because the words pedophile and sex crimes were the only thing I could hear as I panically tried to pause the podcast and fumbled with my volume button. The precious extra seconds it took for my phone to go from full volume to mute was at least one too many. Considering the cost of AirPods and the iPhone and the fact that my AirPods are designed to be paired with the iPhone, these are my qualms. 1, for my AirPod to disconnect because I paused my podcast is despicable. 2, there should be a third volume button similar to the ringer mute button for volume. But everyone, even my parents who still have a landline phone hooked up at their house, use Bluetooth headphones. Apple should be designing our phones so that we don't have accidental outbursts from our phones that make you want to avoid all your coworkers for weeks. Embarrassed podcast junkie. What do you think?
I thought it did have all that.
Well, I guess this is like when they undid.
How long was the conversation that maybe that's what happened? Because I'm pretty sure if you just hit like your AirPod, it will pause for you.
Right, that's what I thought.
Or if you take it out, it'll pause and you put it back in and it resumes.
Right, I'm not really sure of their issue. Because you take it out, pause, back in. The only thing that could happen, to me, this is more bug than problem.
Yeah.
Because to me, they took out their headphones, it disconnected, then they pressed play and it went, hey, pedophile, junkie, kid rapist, and you're like, what the fuck, I'm at work.
You fucked up the order of operations here.
Right.
Complainer. You're supposed to put the AirPod back in and then hit unpause.
Right.
That's right. That sounds like what happened. I feel like we could try it.
Here's the thing.
I don't have AirPods right now.
The AirPod not connecting to the Bluetooth is really an issue.
Yes.
It really does become an issue. Like, my AirPods are synced to my computer and my phone. The lengths it takes to get it undone from your phone and onto your computer and vice versa is actually crazy.
Yeah, it's annoying. You know what's annoying?
In a way that you're like, Apple should know this shouldn't be an issue.
Here's a complaint tangential to this.
Okay.
I got the Sonos Roam speaker.
So people who have Sonos love talking about having Sonos.
I love my Sonos.
Do you have Sonos, Shelby?
I have I have a Sonos One, which is like a
Is it that much better
than
the Sonos? Just than not having Sonos? Because my mom
Yes.
talks about Sonos. I don't even think she knows what it is, but my mom goes, Sonos, Sonos, Sonos. She just likes telling people.
They are very good speakers. They fill a room like no other. But I have a Roam, which is like a portable one, and it connects on Bluetooth. But
Okay.
the one that you plug in stays plugged in. That's like connected to your phone, and you could like be in any room, and it'll connect over Wi-Fi. The Bluetooth one, the Sonos Roam, every time like I have to connect, go to my Bluetooth, hit connect to connect to the speaker. And it's like such an expensive speaker, and I got to press the button on and it's so annoying.
This is too much.
Yes,
this
too
is
much.
too much. We live in a world where it should catch on, and also it should be on your phone that goes, here are your options.
Yes.
I don't understand why this doesn't pop up as an option. Sometimes I get on my phone, other people are opening up their AirPods, and it's like it shows up on my phone. I'm like, you should know this.
I don't want to listen to their pedophile crime podcast.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com.
Sorry, we did not
JTrain.
commiserate with this complaint.
Well, I understand what they're talking about. It's just, I think the major top level is these AirPods, you bought them because they go with the phone. Mm-hmm. The fact that they're not as good at connecting as they should be
They're
is
not
crazy.
as intuitive as you are.
Right.
Yeah.
When Apple is just known for being intuitive.
Yeah. Someone call up the ghost of Steve Jobs and
Get him on the horn.
yes, sir.
Luxury Lounge. My eyelashes are too good.
Here we go.
Good morning, JT. All the feathers. I have a complaint I would never say out loud. This is more relevant to your makeup-wearing audience, but if you, Jared, ever start shopping at Sephora, please think of me. My eyelashes
You got good eyelashes.
I got good eyelashes.
Yeah.
I can relate to this issue.
Yes.
In a very real way.
I can hear them.
I could fly away with these
They
things.
bristle.
These are, like, I have women that come up to me, what are you doing? They think I'm doing something. I'm doing nothing. This is all natural, baby.
It's disturbing. It's like a Venus flytrap.
It's
on
a
your
lot.
face. Yeah, no.
They look like, that's the embarrassing part about these eyelashes. It looks like I am doing something, like that I care enough.
No, they look good.
Thank you. My eyelashes are too long and curly my eyelashes are too long and curl too nicely. If you have a female or makeup wearing guest with you, they'll have some knowledge of eyeshadow, liner, mascara, eyelash curlers, fake lashes, all products to emphasize how beautiful the eyes are. Lots of times it's taken to make eyelashes look thick and frame the eye. I'm not a makeup artist, just a normie who's been wearing mascara since I was 13. Mascaras are marketed to be lengthening or thickening, and eyelash curlers are used to get lashes to curl up closer to the eyebrow and open the eye. I have been blessed with naturally very thick lashes, thank you, Lord, but they curl so naturally that they curl too far, like almost into a spiral, and make my eyelashes too short. Most gals and guys are curling those lashes, but I need some kind of product to straighten mine to show how nice they are. Also, nearly impossible go apply mascara without getting it all over my eyelid. If you know, you know. I would never utter these words out loud. It would be like saying, yeah, it's really hard having a penis this thick. I guess same thing.
Yep.
Just to make sure everyone knows I'm not a total B, we'll balance the score sheet with I've always been 15 pounds from being happy and my feet are too wide. Well, you don't have to. The lounge is for complaining without any justification. Like at the end, she's like, well, I've always had this 15 pounds I've had to get rid of.
If you lose the 15 pounds, your eyelashes will uncurl a little bit.
Right.
So
that's what they say.
There's your solution.
That's like the penis. When you lose weight, you get half an inch for every 50 pounds or something.
Boom.
Right.
We solve this problem.
One fixes the other.
Should we invent an eyelash straightener?
This is like a good Shark Tank item that you would want to bring there. Like, this is for
this
someone who
big.
has it all. Right.
Eyelash curlers are the things that are like scissors, but they have like
And they like
the thing, a scoop, ice cream scoop at the
right,
end.
a little ice cream scoop. Yeah.
Okay.
You have nice eyelashes too. Now that we're bringing this up,
Shout out my mom.
Right.
Yeah, I got them.
This is the thing.
Nothing gets caught in these eyes.
Right. Shelby Yeah,
Whoa,
you got eyes.
Whoa.
Shelby's eyes. Shelby just fluttered like nothing I've ever seen.
Wow, man. He's blushing.
He's blushing. This is the thing. As men, we hear these things. When there's so many things that women will say to guys, and you're like as far as like, oh, you guys actually have the thing. You have clear skin. You have eyelashes. And you go, yeah, that's because I don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this comes down to concern.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of it with eyelashes in particular is there is so much dedication to the eye. There's so many products around.
There's a lot of things, and all parts of the eye.
Yeah.
Brow, lash, the eyeliner, putting in fake contacts, all that stuff.
The more things there are to work on, the more there is to complain about, and that's like by design by the makeup companies.
Right.
This is what eyelashes are supposed to look like. It opens out. I bet your eyelashes do phenomenal for you.
The idea that long eyelashes is something people want is how do we even know that?
Right. It's like such a minuscule part of your face.
Listen, I wouldn't give up my eyelashes for the world.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're important.
Now that I know that I have good ones, I didn't know what good ones were. When I found out I had good ones, I go, I will protect these with my life.
Where was that? Someone, I forget what I was reading. It might have been about someone who had like alopecia, like no hair whatsoever, that didn't have eyelashes. So they would constantly get shit in their eyes.
Really?
Yeah, it's like eyelashes, you don't miss them until they're gone.
Right. It's one of those things you're like, why do I have eyebrow? Why do I have eyelashes? Why do I have pubes?
They're there to protect your face.
There's a protection thing.
Yeah. Your body was designed to keep this precious resource.
Right. Why do I have ear hair?
Yeah.
Someone told me that when I put up a video of me getting my nose waxed. So I went got nose hair yanked out.
You got to keep that in there, man.
People were like, oh my God, you're going to all the dust is going to go to your brain. You're going to go fucking paralyzed. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, where are you reading this?
Brain eating amoeba.
Right. And I'm like, all I wanted to do was just get the little bit of hair come out. And you're like,
you'll get sicker, man. It's the same shit with eyelashes. You don't miss them until they're gone, but they're there as evolution, protecting you from all the dust and shit. Be thankful, lady.
Right, you got it good.
That's some fucking Venus flytrap eyelashes that you got catching all the bugs that could be popping up in there.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Nimesh Patel at Finding Nimesh. Go follow. Luxury Lounge. Having to stand while kids sit in a waiting room. Recently at the eye doctor, where I am a new patient. Being a new patient, you have to fill out paperwork. The entire 6-seat waiting area was filled with small children sitting in the seats while their parents stood behind them. Meaning I had to stand in the corner and fill out the paperwork against the wall while 6 small children gawked at me and their parents acted like I didn't exist. Excuse me, your 3-year-old can sit on the fucking ground. Respect your elders, your 30-year-old elder. What do you think? They're right.
Oh, it's so funny.
Remember growing up, get up for the man.
Yes.
That was a big thing growing up.
Give him a seat.
Get up for the man.
You got energy in your legs. Or run around or do something dumb.
Get up. But the problem is 30. Nobody gets up for a 30-year-old unless you're pregnant.
Yes.
So as a 30-year-old man, I feel this plight because no one's being like, oh, respect your elders. Nimesh Patel is here, trying to dunk.
Hey, come on, man. I hear this complaint. I think as a generic complaint, kids are mad annoying.
Right.
And you can't say, the problem is you can't say anything to children without it being oh, stop talking to my kid.
This is why are you talking to my kid?
I was in Des Moines on Sunday, and it's like a little league baseball game the next day. So the hotel is overrun with 5 to 8-year-olds.
It's nothing worse. The elevators are unusable.
Yes.
They love pressing a button on the elevator. They want to ride the elevator, the gym.
They're running on the treadmill. Kids are just so we came back with our camera equipment because we were shooting stuff. And the kids, we walk, the sliding door to the elevator is half open before the Are you a YouTuber? What do you do? Why do you have cameras? What's your job? Why are you here? What are you doing? What's your name? I'm like, Jesus, bro, I will molest you. Get the fuck away from me. Get away.
What a threat.
Someone's parents need to take
Get out of here.
Children.
Get out of here. I'm here with my grabbing hands.
Get the fuck out. Why are you talking to me? I just did an hour and a half of stand up in front of like 200 adults.
It is funny because like it's like in head thoughts versus outside thoughts, inside thoughts, outside thoughts. Like every parent there is going, is this guy a YouTuber? What's he doing? Why is he taping? And then the kids are like, and then the thing is, this is all about we're annoyed at kids because of the parents.
Yes.
So you're annoyed at the kids because the parents should go, hey, stop talking to that guy.
Yes.
You don't know who he is.
Yeah, you just don't. Didn't anyone tell you to not talk to strangers?
Right. And then it's like this person in the waiting room is like, where's the parent that respects another adult that they don't know more than their kid?
But that thing is the parent. That's the parent's like vacation. Is that kid sitting down?
He's finally sitting.
Like, man, you don't understand what it took for this kid to sit here. Thank you, God, this kid is sitting down and not running around stabbing people with a pen in this waiting room.
You'd rather him be sat down than you sitting in this chair right now.
If next time that happens to you, just like listen to the things kids talk about and just get a chuckle. You know?
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. We're in the luxury lounge. Keep sending them in. Nimesh Patel, the fast and loose tour.com.
Come see your boy.
Yeah, go. Nimesh is on the road. We're all on the road. Come on out. HBO Max rebranding to Max login issues.
Yes.
I relate to this. Jared, obviously love the show. Thank you for making my dull work days auditing operational systems more bearable on a near daily basis. Yeah, I read auditing. I almost jumped out the window. My complaint comes from HBO Max becoming Max. I went to watch HBO and pulled up the app on the Roku. The app recently changed from HBO Max to just Max, and due to the rebrand, I had to re-log in. One important bit of information is I subscribe to HBO through HBO and not through a cable provider. This leads to the LLC. I went to the login through the non-cable provider option, expecting there to be an option I could hit, use your computer or phone to log in. But much to my dismay, the app expects me to type out my email address, and password by clicking the arrows on the Roku remote. They expect me to type in 35 plus characters using only my remote to navigate a keyboard. I was so livid I started counting clicks it took me to enter in my email for a total of 76. The real kicker is this. Is the people who subscribe through cable still get the login through the computer option. You clearly have the technology to save me from a 20-minute login process. You just clearly chose not to give it to me. Now, I don't relate to this specific issue.
Yeah, it seems like your name is way too long.
well, that is the worst.
76 clicks.
I mean, but then they got to do .com, .net, whatever.
Yeah.
I do understand, like, I don't want to put anything in more than I have to.
100%.
I have HBO Max, and then it goes to Max. I click on HBO Max on my computer, and then it goes, you got to go to, click here to go to Max. Why didn't it just become one? Why isn't everything just the same website now?
It would have cost HBO too much money.
To create, so they created a new website?
That sounds like it. It probably seems like their team on the back end was like, no. To make this as seamless as we should would cost like $2 million more than it should. So fuck that. We'll just make other people.
Make it their problem.
What are they going to do? Quit?
Right. And especially if you're an HBO person, you don't quit HBO.
No,
like once you become an HBO person, you're in.
Yep.
They're really just trying to get you, like, they're probably just trying to get you to their Max stuff. Like it's like, I'm watching Pimple Popper on there now. I wouldn't have signed up for that. I was there for, the cool shows.
Yeah. Sopranos again.
Right.
Yeah, no, I mean, I fully relate to this. I went through the same thing. Granted, my name's not 76 clicks long, but...
Putting in the name and password into the TV is brutal.
It's the fucking...
It is the worst.
You think you'd be able to say it, but try saying Nimesh Patel to a fucking...
No. Not going to happen.
Samsung remote.
Listen, if you don't got the nameplate at Disney World, you're not getting it set into the remote. That's not going to happen. It's really awful, and sometimes the worst is when you're pretty sure your password, but you're not sure.
And then you got to reset it. It's got to send. You got to open the email. Like, click here, and then you got to go to the website.
And there's a point where I'm like, where they're like, put it into the TV, and I'm like, I think it's this password, but I'm not sure. So fuck it. Yeah. I'm going straight to reset password. Now I can't use the old one that I've been using forever, and now I'm in this land of like, we got to think of new street names to use. you know, like I don't even know.
I'm good. All my passwords are whatever the thing is, and then 1, 2, 3. That's not true, so don't try.
If anyone needs an HBO Max account, JTrain podcast at gmail.com, JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Nimesh Patel. Luxury Lounge, lack of standardized shoe size. My complaint is about the American shoe sizing system and the severe lack of standardization across brands. I have always been a size 9 in shoes in my adult life since high school. I'm 37 female. Although recently decided to size up.
Big old feet.
Well, the women's 9 and the 9. Well, I don't know. Why do we have men's and women's shoes different sizes? I guess they're built differently.
Because men are men and women are women.
Okay.
Let's get into
Let's
get into this trans talk right now, boy. Give me a Bud Light.
Although recently decided to size up to a 9.5 in Nikes because Nikes are notoriously extra narrow. When recently ordering a new pair of Asics running shoes, I was unsure what size to order online, so I put in the true calculator that I wear Adidas Ultra Boost size 9 and 9.5 in Nike. This recommended a size 10 in Asics. I didn't know that this was... Where are these calculators?
Yeah.
Which turned out to be a bit big. So much so that my feet are going numb during my runs. A couple weeks ago, I ordered a pair of Nikes.
Why'd you keep them?
You got to return them. And wanted some cute and colorful. I don't return anything. I mean, the idea of me saying that to someone is crazy.
Oh, you don't return shit?
I do, but like, if I'm returning something, I better really want something done. Like, sometimes I get stuff, I'm like, I guess this is it. I guess you win.
So you got all those backs
right,
over there.
That's all going to Goodwill. It turns out they're much tighter than my other 9.5 Nikes. Toes are at the edge and way smaller than my 9 Adidas. They're even smaller than my size 10 Asics, despite being labeled as the same 26.5 centimeters. We didn't need all this information.
No. Sounds like you got big old feet and just coming to a realization, lady.
On top of it all, I ordered these shoes online, and I'm not about to go through the painful process of trying to make a return. That's where I relate. Mm-hmm. Love your stuff. Thanks for all you do. Sincerely, all shoes are not created equal. Here's the thing. They need to stop their fit charts. This is the problem.
Oh, here we go.
The sizing charts online will be like, see, how do our sizes work? And then it'll be like, take a small tape measure and walk and find a witch who will make a recipe, and they can, it's like, why aren't we making these real world? You should be able to put your foot up against the computer and just put it up against it and see it on the computer. I don't want to have to keep buying tape measures and figure out ways to like.
They'll get to it where you can just take a picture of your foot. And then
where is that technology?
It goes to some creepy guy in India who just loves feet.
Loves feet.
And then also just does it for the love of the foot.
That's what we do. We are willing to give up our feet to some creepy guy in India if you'll give us a technology to take a picture of our foot and know the exact size.
Yes.
This happens with T-shirts all the time. I'm on the website and it'll be like, now measure from under your thing to your chest. I'm like, just give me an app that does this. Why are we doing this?
This is what I look like. Tell me what the shirt is.
Just say it.
Yeah.
And then because this idea that I'm going to become a tailor and I'm going to like do my inseam, I don't know how to do it. You don't know how to do it.
I don't even know what an inseam is.
Right.
Right. Leave me the fuck alone. Give me my true shit.
It's getting out of control, and it's really like it bothers me because it's like they go these inches. Where do I start from? I went and bought a tape measure. They didn't have the soft one, so I just bought like a regular tape measure. That's not what you measure yourself with, apparently.
From a Home Depot.
Right. Measuring myself like I'm a couch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
It's dumb. I agree with this lady, but also send me a picture of your feet. And I'll tell you how big your
The big reveal, the big M. Night Shyamalan reveal. Nimesh was the creepy foot guy the whole
in
time.
India.
Luxury Lounge. I don't care what you eat. Here's my complaint. I'm a registered dietitian. The dietitian doesn't care what you eat. Yeah. I'm a registered dietitian. I'm proud of the work I do, but I hate actually telling people what I do. 99%. Oh, I get this. 99% of the time, when I tell people what I do for a living, they immediately assume that I'm either going to judge what they're eating or they make comments about my eating habits. If you're like, I'm a nutritionist, you open yourself up. Oh, whoa, having a French fry?
Mm-hmm. It's like telling someone you're a comedian.
Oh, is that one of your jokes?
Yeah, you're going to use this in your act.
Oy, we feel you. For example, people will start to say things like, I only eat really clean organic foods, and since you're a dietitian, you know that's the best, right? So they're leading questions.
Yep.
And then, or you're just who I needed to talk to. I need a meal plan. I've got these extra 5 pounds to lose. Right, you get to look at them and be like, 5? Or I can't wait to see what the dietitian orders. You probably or going to order the healthiest thing on the menu. That's the worst. You never get a break.
Yeah.
I've literally had someone sit next to me and eat and drink everything I did, but bite for bite, sip for sip, all the while actively commenting things like, oh, you're having a cupcake? Yeah, I'll have a cupcake too. Another glass of wine? I'll take one too. The dietitian is doing it, so it must be okay.
No.
Oh, you're like their seeing eye dog.
I go to the gym.
So to sum it up, I do not want to talk about your newest food restriction trend you're following. No, I don't want to talk about the best way to lose weight. No, I don't want to talk about all the supplements you're taking or how much water you drink every day. I will be an absolute disappointment to talk to, because unless you're my patient, I really don't care what you eat. I just want to go to a brewery after work, enjoy my beer with duck fat fries dipped in mayo, and talk about the newest Bravo scandals without judgment. Your loyal listener, not into talking shop. Agreed. Also, just lie. Right. What do you do?
Yeah. What's your job?
Import, export?
I'm a mortician. No one wants to talk about funeral homes.
Right. You got to go, I'm a consultant.
Yeah.
Consultant's always a good one. I like that one.
But no, that's consultant's a problem, because then, what do you do? Like, what's your consulting? And then you run into a consultant, and then you got to ask them. You got to say.
Mortician?
Something that ends the conversation and explains why you're eating duck fat mayo fries. Like, right. I'm just really sad.
I'm a duck fat.
All the time.
I'm out of work.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
This is just horrific. We understand this more than anybody. Mm-hmm. I'm a comedian. It's either like they have all the questions in the world.
Are you on YouTube?
Or
what do you think of Matt Rife?
Or they're mean to you.
Yes.
They're just straight up a dick.
Yes.
So it's either a reflection on how funny you think they are, or they don't believe that you could even exist as a career in this world.
My favorite question I ever got after I did a speech at my friend's wedding in January, and there was this Dutch guy there.
Yeah.
Came up to me at the after party.
Yeah.
He asked me, is comedy your only source of income? Like, that's the most Dutch shit I ever heard.
I mean, it's so engineer-like.
Yes, but I wasn't offended because I knew he was Dutch. But that's the kind of shit you get from people that are been finance guys for like 20 years and are just sad and drunk, and they're like, oh, comedy, huh? That's what you do?
I was last week, I'm in Nashville. We go out after the show. There was a guy and this woman that were at the show. We were having beers, drinking, enjoying ourselves. I'm buying this guy drinks like a fucking loser. And he looks at me and goes, hey, man, let me get your number. I go, what? And he goes, when you make it, I want you to call me so I can humble you. And I'm like, in what world?
You're right.
When I heard it at first, you know how you react to something just to
humble you?
Right. The longer I thought about it, the crazier the request got. Uh-huh. So you're saying to me, first of all, you just came from 5 sold out shows.
I've already made it.
I'm living the thing I wanted the most.
This has made it.
This has made it.
Yes.
You obviously think I haven't made it. That's okay.
Right.
Then if you're ever too high on yourself, I want you to call this random dude you met at a bar in Nashville. And what would you say to me then?
Remember?
Hey, man, remember where you came from.
Remember when you did 5 sold out shows in the weekend? Only 5.
Right.
Fuck off, guy.
It's just like the thing people think that you need to hear or want to hear is just... And I don't know if they're trying to make the conversation more comfortable or if this is how they are with every conversation.
They're just insecure.
Right.
It's just someone who's deeply insecure about...
Well, that's the same thing for this woman or this person. I'm not sure of their gender, but the nutritionist being like, I'll have a glass of wine and the duck fat fries, and someone go, I'll get that too. They're insecure about what they order.
Exactly.
They just want to be right.
If the dietitian does it, then it must be okay. But you're also not doing anything else the dietitian is doing.
Right.
And that's the problem with people's whose jobs is like perfecting an everyday part of life. It's like it's the same with a physical trainer, same with a doctor to a lesser extent. Anything that is someone's part of their daily routine, immediately it's like, oh, it's so relatable,
right?
That it's time to like really get into the nitty gritty of all of it. Tell me,
everyone has
wrong.
a doctor, and tell me I'm doing it right.
Exactly.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com.
Quit your job,
JTrain.
dietitian.
Yeah,
that's my solution.
Don't become a comedian. You get the same fucking shitty questions. Let's do one more. Shelby, got time for one more? I love this one. Everyone go follow Nimesh Patel at Finding Nimesh on all platforms.
Yes, ma'am.
FastandLooseTour.com.
Come see me.
Jared, we all know the Taylor Swift concert craze has swept the country.
Oh, man.
You know it well.
Yes, I do.
You don't want to be a comedian that's in the same city as Taylor.
You do not.
Because you're going to just be performing for the wait staff.
Yep.
Well, I don't mind seeing videos on IG of people at the concert or of Taylor singing. I cannot stand when people turn the camera around and film themselves singing the songs. It's so beyond cringe. No one needs to see or hear it. It's taking over my feed, and I can't take it anymore. Please make it stop. Totally agree.
I have to agree, and Taylor and I have some bad blood. Because I was in Kansas City this past weekend, and she was performing there, and
same venue.
A slightly larger venue,
right,
where the Kansas City Chiefs play.
Yep.
Arrowhead Stadium. 2 shows. 2 sold out. Yep. 60,000 seats each. I'm doing Kansas City Improv for 3 shows.
Just under 60K.
Yeah, just under, a little under. And every hotel is $1 billion.
Right.
Because all the Swifties from all around have invaded. And it would be cool if they were all like mature adults. But no, it's drunk 22-year-old white girls in like sparkly jackets.
It's their big night.
Yes.
It is a bachelorette party. It is, listen, I think the Taylor Swift concert is like to be
I hear it's an orgasmic experience. I hear it's like the greatest show. My sister and my wife went, and they're like...
Everyone's loved it. My brother went,
and
his fiance. They went, loved it, couldn't believe the spectacle, couldn't believe how amazing it was. People are dressing up as like ex-boyfriends of hers and deep cuts. It's amazing. I think it's amazing.
The fandom is insane.
But the problem is it's like a hurricane. You're gonna unless you want to play in the rain, you better avoid that hurricane.
Yep.
You better avoid having to travel near it, through it, or around it. You got to stay away. Go be somewhere else. Like if I saw that I chose the same places I was there the week before, I felt lucky.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I just missed the snowstorm.
I mean, some of your fans probably would have missed. They are Swift heads for sure.
Talk about an overlap. Swift and I, we did the Tonight Show the same night.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I was on the Tonight Show the same night as her. It was a Veterans Day show.
Did you say hi?
Missed each other.
Oh, damn.
Two ships passing in the night.
Oh, man.
No, it was during COVID when I did it, and, they have their restrictions, and, never came in contact with T Swift. But you could tell, like, again, when I'm doing the Tonight Show for the first time, it's my big night, and, like, you could tell when I was doing it, it was also Jimmy Fallon's big night because Taylor Swift is there. She changes the economy of an area. That's how huge she is. We don't really, I think someone like the Michael Jackson tour, they're like, hers is going to overtake that as the biggest tour of all time.
She's going to make $1 billion on this tour.
Right. And the social media aspect didn't reflect that before.
No.
When Michael Jackson went on tour, you go, oh, I remember it being big. Now you see it passing through every city.
Here's how Taylor Swift has personally impacted my economy twice. One from the shows.
Okay.
Which, I'm not sure if there was a lot of overlapping fans, but I'm sure people didn't want to leave.
Overlapping just in general of, I don't want to leave the house this weekend because there's more traffic on the road.
But if you're a Taylor Swift fan, you will be a fan of mine. I promise you. Come check me out at FastandLooseTour.com.
Right. I can see the overlap.
But last year, I made a bet with my sister that she couldn't eat Taco Bell for a year because she's vegetarian. Whenever there's fast food, she'll get Taco Bell. Is
that a big vegetarian fast food place?
Yes, it's like the only spot vegetarians can eat fast food because they substitute beans and shit for beef. And her fiance is a doctor or a resident, so they eat like random hours and late. Taco Bell is always a go-to thing, 2 or 3 times a week. And I told her, I bet you can't eat Taco Bell for a year. I'll bet you 3 Taylor Swift tickets that you can't eat that shit for a year. I was drunk.
Yeah, you can't refuse Taco Bell for a year.
Right.
Okay.
And this was before they went on sale. I just knew they were going to come on tour. I was like, she loves Taylor Swift. I'll bet you. I was drunk when I made this bet. And I was like, yeah. She was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I got it. How much could it be? How much could they be?
For 3 Taylor Swift
for
tickets?
3 Taylor Swift. I was like, okay, face value $500. Sure, I got it. Whatever.
No.
and then the tickets are released, and I'm tracking the prices. I'm like, bro, have a quesadilla, okay? Just let me put up a
Do
cheesy.
me a favor.
Yeah,
I'll pay for the Taco Bell.
Yeah, please.
So you ended up having to buy her the tickets?
I had to buy 3 tickets. And I thought one of them was going to be for me.
Right.
But no, it's my sister's best friend, and my wife.
How much were they all together?
$5,000.
Oh!
5 G's. $5,000. And I didn't get to go.
And you didn't even get to go.
I didn't even get to go. And you know what? I'm glad they had the best time ever. And I'm glad I was man enough to honor my bet because my sister was.
They should have gotten Taco Bell before going into the stadium.
Yeah. That would. I should have had I should have asked the Uber driver to take him to Taco Bell just as a fucking. But so Taylor, if you're watching this, and
Taylor's a big fan.
Any Swiftie, please. To make up for the fact that I sent 3 diehard fans buy tickets to my tour. And they had a great time.
Go fastandloose.com or fastandloosetour.com. Go to Nimesh's tour.
Please.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. We're here every Thursday in the lounge. I'm Jared Freed. Keep telling your friends. We're back next week. Boom.